Welcome back to URL Charlotte, my debut time travel horror novel, which is out right now in paperback and on Kindle Unlimited. This place is pretty cool, actually. Jaden stood in the middle of the chamber, waving his phone from side to side to light his surroundings. His shadow swung around his body like the hands of a clock. He ran his hands along the jagged walls as Bridget dropped down. She landed on her ass in the dust and groaned loudly. Shh! Magda put a finger to her lips, then offered a hand to Bridget, who swatted it away. With her shh. Bridget stood and brushed the dirt from her jeans. Which way? Magda studied both of the tunnels leading away into the dark. 5 years had passed since she'd been in the cave, but she could still remember the 2 or 3 branches she and Jimmy had explored. Never quite far enough in to get lost, but tonight they might have to go deeper. Left is a dead end, Magda said. Go right. Bridget nodded and raised her phone to light the way. After you, Jaden motioned to Magda with his head. The tunnel sloped steeply downward, twisting into the dark. Magda stared straight ahead, feeling like she was walking into an open mouth. There were dark, horrible things down there that she had tried very hard to forget. The dead girl, stepping out of the shadows and grabbing her arm. Jimmy, falling, crushing his leg. Magda running through the dark and out into the cold night, and her brother calling after her until his voice faded away. She thought of the empty rum bottle back in the hotel, wishing she had saved even a little bit. It would make this part much easier. Tell us about the guy in your house. Who is he? Bridget came to a short ledge and hopped down a few feet to the dusty slope below. Magda was glad she wasn't in the lead. She was so lost in her own thoughts she probably would have missed it and broken an ankle. Your guess is as good as mine. Magda hopped off the ledge behind Bridget. A large, flat rock sat against the wall, and she placed a hand on it to steady herself before continuing down the slope. Jaden dropped down the ledge behind them. Jimmy found out a few things about our house, though, she continued. Their footsteps echoed up the tunnel as they descended. A teenage boy named Roger was by his dad in the 70s. We think it happened in our basement. And the dad died of cancer in the 80s in prison. I wasn't born yet when my parents bought that house, but they told me an old cat lady lived there. She'd been up there at least a decade, so if this is 1996, she should still be there. Cats? Bridget looked back and crinkled her nose. No way there's cats in that house. I'm allergic. I would have been sneezing my head off. So no woman, and no cats. Magda slowed as the tunnel dipped at a steep angle. What does that mean?